I had a patient that came into my office, and before he sat down, he just said, "What are you doing here?" He's looking around my pictures and like, "What do you mean what I'm doing here?" It's like, "I'm here, to serve you." It's like, "No, no, like what are you really doing here?" So I told him my ambitions and what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to finish school and then travel. And he said, like, "Well, if I see you here next year, because he comes from his annual exam, I'm just gonna call you a dreamer because that's all you're gonna be is a dreamer." And so 2 weeks later, I put in my 2 weeks notice and quit that job, and that's how I ended up in Santa Barbara. My name is Mark Kurosaki. I'm originally from Chicago. I moved here in California about 3 years ago. I was active duty for 5 years. Got out, worked at the Federal Healthcare Center in Great Lakes. I'm still in as a reservist. It's not the same as being active. Before I joined the military, I got into cars. Like 90% of my income would go to my car. So I would say back then I was more materialistic. The other aspect of it was even before then I always had these anger issues. I was mad at the world. Thinking back, I think it was just me. I had like a lot of ego. The world, in a sense, revolved around me. How I broke out of this ego is traveling. When my chief said I was going to go to Cambodia, we went there for a humanitarian mission. My first image of Cambodia, since I have some friends in Chicago who are Cambodian, but they're all gangbangers, it wasn't really a positive view. But we landed and we were greeted by our translators and treating the people of Kampot, or the nicest people in the world. I've never seen so many smiles. And I had this one patient, and I was telling her that she was in perfect health. And then she came to me and started to take my hand and started crying. She's starting to thank you because she told me that she's very thankful that she is healthy. Just to know that she's healthy. That's when I realized too, material things are not the solution for happiness. I think I went beyond the ego. I started going out to nature, like camping a lot, especially by myself. I had no other person that could influence my thoughts or anything. It was just me and just nature. When you go to nature, you think you're alone, but then you forget that if you think you are alone, just you as a person, yes. But then if you don't look at the world as sort of like an ecosystem, that you are connected with the air you're breathing, is the air that the oxygen is given by the plants next to you. And I think there's something deep inside of the human that we do kind of yearn for that nature. I mean, look at all the national parks in California. We do escape to these places, but why?